Hey, hey! How is it going, everyone? My name is Joni. This is Weathered Wings, and this is Friday Fab Finds, okay? And I'm always on here trying to encourage you to create or paint something pretty for your home. Now, on Fridays, we, not every Friday, but most Fridays, I like to do Friday Fab Finds. So the other day, I was at my Goodwill, and I caught this thing, this little planter. It's a planter plant stand, okay? It's flat on the top. It's very ornate around the sides. Now, I need to let my community know that I'm live. So, if you would like to join that community, all I do is I just text everyone and let you know when I'm going live. So, here's my number. If you'd like to do that, all you have to do is just text the number. You just say, hey, that's all you have to do. That's it. So, and then you'll get the notification. Okay, so let's just get started. All right, so, yes, this looks pretty good the way it is, right? I got 2 of them. So Goodwill had 2 of them. And again, they are plant stands. All right, so all I think I'm going to do, I kept thinking, what should I do? What should I do? And knowing that DIY paint wet distresses so well, I think I'm just going to give it a coat of black paint and then distress a little bit of it. All right, so I am going to get a paper towel just to go ahead and get started with that. Hey, Betty, I missed you earlier, Betty Jean. Where were you? Were you resting? So anyway, let's see. All right, so how can I move this where y'all can see it good? And let me put the comments up here as well so I can see if I'm looking up. So see all that detail? So, and I'm not sure, y'all, if I'm going to use this. Did I put this? Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this inside or outside. Really doesn't matter. Like I said, I got 2. So let me see if I just put this right up here. All right. Now, I'll take my paintbrush. Hey, Shannon. Long time no see. Hey, Meg. How's it going? Hey, Joy. I'm glad you caught me live too, Meg. How are you, Sherry? Yeah, these are awesome, y'all. They were like $9. And when I went to Goodwill, you know, I always go just to look for one little thing. So I went to look for something that we were doing in my Creative Junkies group, which remind me to show you the project we just finished, okay? And my group is open till the weekend at the same price. So let me just show you when we get through. All right, so I've got Little Black Dress here, and it's a DIY paint, which is a clay-based paint, okay? So, and it's all natural, and y'all, I didn't realize how much, wait, okay, you can't see this. I didn't realize how wonderful being all natural with no smells is until earlier when I was in my Creative Junkies group, and I was using a new wax, and gave me a headache. I had to go sit outside. It's warm today in Alabama. I love this weather, but the mosquitoes are still out, y'all. I got eaten today. All right, so I'm just going to take this paper towel and just kind of rub this back a little bit. All right, now let me wet it. Where's my spray bottle? Here it is. Just going to spritz it right here. Because I like this color underneath, and I'm just going to kind of wipe some of it back is all. That's all I kind of want to do. Now, is it going to use up a lot of napkins or rags? Yes. But it's kind of like a, you could just paint it and seal it, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to save myself a step and do this. Do you see that? Can you see that color just coming through? You're going to really see it on the ornate part. And see, I practiced right there just to see if I liked it. I do. All right. So, I love that. Let me just get a little bit more. Y'all can't even really see it. And I can't see it because of the light. So, like that. That's how I like it. All right. I'm going to get another rag. Hold on, Jazzy. You're going to have to excuse me just a minute. I think these rags will work better when I'm wet distressing. Just some old terry cloth rags. Alright, so let's get on to this ornate part. See if there are any questions. Questions. Hey, Connie. Hey, Pam. Sue, did you make your cute jean vest out of a jacket? You know what? I did not. One of my sweet group members sent this to me for my birthday. Isn't that sweet? Oh, Jazzy, are you okay? Hold on. Are you all right, bud? Okay. What's wrong? I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry you don't feel good. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with him. Okay, so I'm just going to paint. I'm going to get that paint down in these little crevices here. Jazzy's old. He is 13 and he just, I don't know. He never seems to feel that good anymore. Look, that says Mexico. Y'all probably can't see that. Let me see. Can I get it to where y'all can see that? Somebody scratched in Mexico right there. So I don't know if these were made in Mexico and they just did that. I don't know. But let me just see what this is going to look like. Now, I could also paint this, you know, a color and then wax it with black. I thought about that. You can also paint it with black and wax it with white. That's a cool look. But I'm just going to try this. This is the look that I want, so I'll see if it works. Hey, Donna. Waco, Oregon. Hey, Trisha. Never heard of Waco, Oregon. Uh-oh. Shannon, what kind of face is that? All right, let's see here. So I would work in sections just because this paint, you know, it dries kind of fast. I really wanted y'all to see this detail part right here. So see, you just wipe off the top. It's almost like you glazed it. Can you see that? I can't see good because of the light. Going. I'll fold this paper up right there. I don't want to get any paint on my jacket. My little vest. Okay. That's a good excuse, Betty, by the way. I didn't even answer you. Painting, I'll take that. Well, we finished our project today. I'll have to show you before I get off. I was going to get you to come on here live with me, Betty, today to talk about the group. So I was thinking maybe you just weren't feeling well. My body. And now it's last minute, so don't worry. I'm not going to get you to come on. But the group closes Sunday until next year. Just so I like to have a time just to get to know all the members that I do have currently and the new ones. So that's just why I like to close it and get everybody up and going. And can y'all see that? That looks like kind of a hot mess right now, I know, but let's see what it does look like a hot mess. It's not going to be. It's not going to end up a hot mess, I promise. So let's just do some of this part right here. And I think what I might do too when I get done is go in, I'm going to top coat it and then go in with some zinc glaze. So zinc glaze is it's a charcoal glaze, but it's metallic-y, but it's very subtle. And I think that would be pretty. I'll just have to see. It may be easier for me, because I won't use so many rags, is just to paint it and go over it with white wax instead. Even though I love this look, I think I'll just do that, y'all. I'm going to call an audible right here. I'm going to paint the whole thing black. That was my first choice, and so I'm just going to stick with that. I'm going to go with that. It'd be easier, be faster to show you than trying to rub it all back. I can do my other one the other way, so y'all won't have to wait so long. How about that? Sound like a good plan? And I'll just do this one side because you don't need to see need paint both sides, or all four sides actually. I'm opposite of this camera. I don't know if y'all remember, I found a little, it was like a little knick-knack, I don't know what you call it. It was like a little pedestal type thing, and I painted it black. I waxed it with white, and then I hit the high points with a gold. It was so pretty. I loved it. A lot of people don't think about white waxing black. Okay, why can I not see what's going on here? Hey, Glenda. Glenda, I saw your adoption pictures. How sweet, how wonderful is that? Congratulations. I know that's so exciting. You'll have to check our project out, Glenda, today. We finished. I'm going to show it when we get through here. Before I leave, y'all don't let me forget, because it's a good one. And there's more where that came from if you join. Let's see. If you haven't joined, y'all should have. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, thank you. You've even picked up my accent. Oh. Well, I'm sorry. is not a good thing. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I'm liking this just in the black. It's very stately. So the white wax actually will change the color of the paint. It's not really, well, I guess any of the waxes do that. It'll be more of a gray look. Let me see if I can get this way. It's hard to get this all on the camera with this setup. All right, there's the other side. Really hard to do. If I laid it flat down where I normally would paint it, y'all wouldn't see anything. Making me laugh about my accent. Jane has got my accent down too. Oh, it's Glenda, no worries. You were doing important things. And they'll always be there for you. That's the good part, you know. So in the membership, the classes or video, they're there when you're ready. There's no not on a time schedule. You don't have to rush through anything. They're just there. A lot of people just watch and then they go back and do it on their own time. But I'm available if you need me. Let me just get this back up here too. Can y'all even see this? Okay, I'm glad I decided to do this because that was going to take forever. This, I don't know if I told you, this is Little Black Dress color. Little Black Dress, it's our blackest black in the DIY paint line. Oh, you know what? I don't think I have my white wax. I'm going to have to run get it, y'all. Wait. Did I bring some down here? I did. No fear. I'm surprised. I opened up a big white wax thinking it was clear, and so that's somewhere. So I'm not short on white wax. All right, so let's just dry that, and so you can see how pretty it'll be. Wait, let me just, oh, what fell in there? Hold on. Something just fell in here in my paint. Oh well, it's gone forever now. I think it was a piece of paper actually. Let's see, is this up here? Where am I missing? Oh, there's some too. Let me just turn it around real quick. Let me just grab this a little bit. There we go. So DIY paint, again, it covers everything. Y'all, I didn't even clean this. Now, if you're trying to paint like on glass or something real shiny, slick, use a chip brush. That's the key, is the chip brush. And light coats. Light coats. So what are y'all doing on this beautiful day? It is so beautiful. It is warm, still warm. Mosquitoes still out. It's irritating. Let's dry her. I still see some, but I'll just finish it. I'll go around later. Thank you, Meg. Okay, let's see. Let's dry it. I'm going to have to lean it down a little bit because the heat gun has a very small, short extension cord. I'm thinking I may put these on my fireplace, like, well, I don't know if I need both of them. My goodwill is pretty good. I have a pretty good goodwill. Paper's getting dranked up. Getting a good arm workout here. You do want to make sure your paint is pretty good and dry before you start waxing. Because you could take your paint off. This paint reactivates with any kind of liquid or moisture, which is a good thing if you decide, it's user friendly. So if I decided, oh, I don't like this, like if I tested an area and ended up not liking it, you could just wipe it off. Before you seal it, you can get it off. Oh, what was that? Oh. What that was, probably something from the inside. Let's see. Any questions? Okay. Wow, this is such a lag. I know, Shannon, right? Black is just so pretty. I love black. I painted my stair risers and my banister and spindles all black. And I love it. And I also stamped my stair risers as well. So I used little black dress and black velvet. So the two different colors was pretty cool because one's darker than the other. So I stamped, I painted with black velvet on the stair risers, and then I stamped in the darker little black dress. It's awesome. It's awesome. Y'all probably seen that. I did that years ago. All right, so let me see if it's dry enough to, you want to make sure it's just dry in those little crevice areas. All right, so let's see if I can get going there. Do not need that. Messing me up. All right. It's heavy. All right, let me come this way. All righty, now we got you. We got you. Okay, I'm gonna get some clear wax and a little chip brush. Chip brushes make good wax brushes. I went through several of them today, actually. I'm using DIY wax, which also has no smells, or smell, I should say. All of Debbie's products are natural, all natural. And I love that. I love that because I'm indoors and I want it to I get headaches easily, so it's really nice not to have to worry about that. You don't have to go outside. I don't have to open a window when using her products. And see how pretty it is? See the difference? So the paint dries in a very matte, clay looking like color. And then, so it dries a lot lighter than what's in the pot of paint until you seal it. So you see the difference? The color comes back once you put a top coat on it. So if you ever use it and you start to paint and you're like, that's not the color I wanted, put the top coat on it and then it'll be the color that's in the jar, okay? Now you could also get the same look that I'm doing right now. You could top coat it with a polyacrylic if you don't enjoy wax. You could use a polyacrylic. Big Top has, DIY has Big Top, which is a polyacrylic. You could also use the liquid patina. I love Paint Couture's top coats. You see me using those quite a bit because they self-level. They're just so easy. They don't have brush strokes in them. It's just really nice. Now normally for waxing, you'd want to use a little bit stiffer brush, but because because it's not, cured and totally dry probably, because I can see a little bit coming off on my brush. I just want something soft. But you can also take a chip brush and cut those top little soft bristles off, and then it makes a chip brush that you can really get. It's not soft anymore. So these are your friends, and they're very inexpensive. Gosh, I kind of like it just black, huh? That's pretty, just like it is. It's shiny, and you can buff this off, and the more you buff it, the shinier it gets. It's a real pretty sheen. That looks good. Make sure I hadn't missed any questions. Hey, Joycey. A big empty picture frame with that oh, really? Well, Cameron, do you like black? Yeah, I know. It creates like a ghost effect. It's beautiful. 48 degrees in Canada. Hey, Val. Cold rain. Well, that sounds yuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Unless you like that, then. I don't like the cold. I'm not looking. I like 70 degrees. And I know I'm just a fair weather. But it hurts my bones to be cold. It literally hurts me. Y'all, last night I slept in my sweater. You know, the nights get really chilly here, and we're not turning on the heat. But I did. I fell asleep in my sweater, and I just went to bed with my sweater on. Oh, goodness. All right, let's see. Where are we? Let me get all the way under here. All the way up under here. I'm sorry, y'all, if my big head's in the way. All right, so there it is in black. That is, okay, let's look at the difference, because that's what we started with. I mean, this is what we started with right here, if you're just popping on, which is nice. It's pretty too, but it's nicked up in some spots. Well, in a lot of spots. It has a lot of little nicks. So painting it, oh, I see it. I see some spots I missed over there, which is fine. I'm just going to try to stick them in with the, wait, where'd they go? Now I don't see the spots. Oh yeah, there they are. Yeah, I know, if there's wax on there, it's okay. All right, so now let's put on white wax, see what we think. I think it's going to be beautiful. I'm not going to wipe this off. Just going to. Now this would dry. If you just wanted to leave it like this, it'll dry, and then you can come back and buff it. Okay, but let it dry before you start doing all the buffing, because if you try to buff it now, you're just going to wipe all the wax off, right? So it needs to dry to give yourself something to buff. All right. Hey, Tony. Hey. Thank you, Betty. Thank you. Yes, you can use acrylic paint for, you mean to wax with, or what do you mean by that, Joyce? Oh, good. You got some chip brushes, Joyce. Great. Yeah, you can wax acrylic paint, but it's just not going to be the same. Like Jessie says, a lot of it has a top coat in it. So when I use acrylic paint, I would most likely, now you can use a wax, don't get me wrong. You can use a wax if you want to add a little color. You can add wax on top of the acrylic. But you can't go back on top of wax. So wax has to always be last if that's your choice. But so wax is a good partner with chalk paint or, this clay-based paint, because it's not smooth. You can get it smooth by sanding it, but it has the little ridges in it to capture that wax and give you that look. So if you want to use acrylic wax and have something like this to accent the details, then I would use a glaze. Okay, there's all kind of glazes. Black glaze, beautiful. Paint Couture has so many glazes, and they're great because they don't, I'm looking for a white wax brush, and I got out a black. They're great because they have a long working time. So a long time ago, I used to use, what glazes? I think they were General Finishes, which I love those glazes, but oh my gosh. Have y'all seen that little meme of, what is it, SpongeBob SquarePants, where he's got everything just moving? That's what I felt like. You had to work so fast. But with this glaze, Paint Couture's glaze, you have a long working time. You can actually spritz a little rag with water, and it does great. All right, so here's the white wax, y'all. It is so pretty. But if you like that glossy black look, just leave it like it is. could also, speaking of glazes, before I wax this, you could top coat it and then come on top with a black glaze and get even more of and you could use that black zinc glaze and get kind of a metallic look in some spots, which would be really nice. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna take this little, I am out of my little soft, I either gotta cut up a t-shirt or do some laundry. These little cheesecloths now, you need to shake them because they get lint on them. We did some pots like this, I think, didn't we, Jessie? Well, I know that was an option. I did one. I don't know if y'all did it, but I did one. All right, now some of this black wax is coming off just a little bit, just because it needs to dry. So if you're doing this, let your clear wax dry. No. I'm sorry. You don't have to let your clear wax dry. You need to let your paint dry. Let your paint dry before adding the clear wax. And then you can add any color right on top of the clear wax. I don't let it dry. It's just important to have the paint dry. Now let's see, here's a lot of details. So let's see if I can really get in there without taking off a lot of paint. Kind of just scrolling my little brush around in there. I'm behind the scenes here. I don't know if you can see, I'm wiping it off on a paper towel. So y'all, there are all kind of things at the thrift store like this. Just you gotta think, what will it look like painted? You know, if you see something and you're like, I don't really like the way that looks. Even if, y'all, what if this was like all different colors, okay? So it looked good like it was. What if it was like purple and yellow and green or something? You would probably pass it up, but don't. Don't. All you need is a little paint, right? So you're scrolling it around to get the wax down in the crevices. And then when we wipe it back, we're just wiping off the top. And you want to work in sections, okay? And you can add, you know, if you take too much off, go back and add some more, like I'm doing right here. I want some more on there. See if I miss anything. The wax settles into the clay or chalk paint. Exactly, Jessie. Yes, because chalk paint is very porous. So, all right, now see how some of that black is coming off? You don't want that. I'm doing this too quickly. That's what I'm saying. You want your black paint to really be good and dry. But, because I love y'all, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Right? A lot of times I have to go back and do stuff over. Because I have to rush it on the video. That's why I'll just do one side a lot of times, because I'm like, oh, I'm probably going to have to do that over. But this is looking pretty good. I don't think I will. black covers really well. So see? Oh, yeah, I love that. I don't know which one I like better, though. I like it both. See, let me pull it down just a minute. Now, in these areas that get kind of really tight in there, I would just take a little brush, not a good brush. You know what, I think I may have yeah. Well, I don't know what's on that. I just keep some of my brushes that aren't so good and use them for this purpose right here. It's just kind of smooth that wax around like that. Because on the flat part, I don't want it settling right there on the flat part. I'm gonna wipe that off. Come back, just keep. Uh-oh. That's okay. I wiped some paint off right there, but you know what? That even looks good. If you were to just kind of get a lot of it back and distress some of it back to this other color, that's gorgeous to me. So if that happens, I'm okay. And that will happen unless your paint is really dry. Can't stress it enough. But, you know, if you want that distressed look, you want 3 layers of color coming through, the black, the white, and this goldish color, by all means, keep rubbing it. Get it to come through. A lot of people try to do that. So yes, so this is a good technique for mirrors, mirror frames, just picture frames, pots, anything with ornate detail on it is good for you know, this paint wax. Simple technique, but it just looks so good. See, and it kind of gives it more of a gray charcoal type look. Love it. Love it. Gosh, in the picture it looks like there's a big white spot, but I don't. Oh, I'm delayed. I'm delayed. I keep forgetting. Like, how did I miss that? Let's see if there are any questions real quick. So if you decided you didn't like the color, could you repaint after it's dry, or no because you waxed it? Donna, that's such a good question. And I'm going to say it is best to try to get all the wax off. It's best. Okay, like I would get that odorless mineral spirits and wipe it off. Now, for something, and that's like if it's a piece of furniture or something, or just something nice that you are going to sell, or, you know. Now, for something like this, and I just did one side maybe, I would try to just wipe all the wax I could. You could see, like right now, if I just kept wiping, I'm going to get even the paint off. So I've done that before, and I just go ahead and paint over it. With DIY paint, you can do that. I'm just going to come out and say that. You can do that. But I can't speak for other paints. And like I said, I would probably have most of it wiped off. Now sometimes, I know this has happened to me before, I've done a book before. The wax was splotchy, and I thought, well, I'm just going to paint right over it and then re-wax it. Well, no, the paint did not cover up the splotchiness of the wax. So I don't know if it was something on the book, because it is best to
make sure everything is clean before you paint it with DIY wax, especially if it's a slick surface like glass or metal, something slick. You want to make sure you have cleaned it, because it won't stick if it's got oil like from your fingers or something on it. It just won't stick good. So and like I said earlier, if you're trying to paint a slick surface, use a chip brush, not a good synthetic brush. No. Your paint's just gonna kind of start coming off. Now see right there where that's coming off? If you really want to be sure, you could do 2 coats of the black. See, just that one little spot right there. So, like I did over here, now, yeah, I would come back and just touch that up. Well, there's no paint. Well, there it goes. See, I would just touch that up. That one little spot, because it got back down to the original finish, so I'm not worried about it. I'm going to leave it like that, though. It needs to dry. If I put my heat gun on it, my wax is going to start melting, so I'm just going to leave it like that. I hope that answered your question, Donna. It's either to not wax or totally remove it. Well, like I said, with this paint, I don't think you have to totally remove it. The biggest thing is not to put a clear coat over a wax. That's the biggest thing. If you can just remember that, I think you'll be good. Like, you cannot put a polyacrylic on top of a wax. Okay, it's just not going to stick. I mean, in my experience. Now, that's all I can speak of, in my experience. And most people that I know will say that. And it is good to have a clean rag. Don't keep rubbing with the same, gotta find a clean spot, or you're just gonna be rubbing wax around. You're not gonna be rubbing it off. Thinking I'm liking this though. What do y'all think? Do you like the plain black or do you like it waxed? I'm thinking I love it waxed. I love it both, but I always just like it a little more, little something, something. And you can leave, if you like a lot of the white on like that, you could leave it like that and let it dry. I think that's really pretty too. It's just all in what you want. Get it like you like it. I need to get a t-shirt like that. Get it like you like it. That's all you have to do is just keep going. Now let me get that little area. But see how easy that is? Now look, I can always go back and say, oh, I don't have a lot in those crevices. Well, just go back and add more. Look, so, okay, I want more. That's not enough. Well, by golly, just add some more. Look. And that's it. Now, I will have to turn it around and kind of, I can't really tell what I'm doing upside down. Oh, and this is delayed. Okay. Let's see. Jessie says she has a small side table. She painted and waxed with Annie Sloan. I wanted to repaint it. I've had it sitting in my attic for about a year. I think it may be dry enough now to be able to paint it. I'd go for it, girl. I'd go for it. You know, you could just give it a good wipe down maybe with some, just alcohol. And just go for it. If you're using DIY paint, I think you'll be fine. Oh, Jessie, you're not. Oh, I didn't know that about you, girl. Yes, this is the side joist of a planner. All right, so I'm gonna lay it, sit it down. This is it. This is the top. Okay, this is the top of it. So it started out like this, okay, and then this is what I did to it. You know what looks really good with white wax as well, not only black, but blues. Blues look so pretty with white wax, and skeleton key, which is a gray green. It looks really pretty with the white wax. And so yeah, so the top, so for a flat area, y'all, you would do just the same. Do what you like. That's right, Tony. That is right. Let's see. Let me just grab this one little. Ugh, yuck! I hate every time I touch that brush. Got to get some other cleaner on there. I told y'all I ruined a bunch of my brushes by using them with the crackle medium. I cannot get them clean. So the flat area would be just the same. You would just wipe it back a little bit. But again, the reason I am painting it is because it's nicked up in some places. And the nicks are like white. So just painting it, you cannot even see it. So the tag said, as is, you know, and I thought, what's wrong with them? I'm used to nicks. I kind of like them. It adds to the distressed look, but so see, I would just paint it same way. Good thing about black, going over a color like this, you only need one coat. Oh my gosh, did I just paint over what I waxed? I did. Oh my goodness. Let me take a look at what I just messed up. All right, let me wipe that off. So see, the paint will cover it. All right, so see that? That's got black paint on it. It's stuck. And now I will just re-wax it. So, if that answers your question at all. Like I said, I have done it many times. It's just sometimes, like on that book, it just didn't take, and that may just be it had oil on it, and that's why the wax was splotchy to begin with. It's best, like I said, just to paint your whole piece, let it dry, and then wax in sections like I just did, but it is better. Just go ahead and paint your whole piece. Let it dry. And this goes for any piece of furniture, y'all. I mean, this, you know, you could do any kind of little table, chest that's like this, ornate. It makes the best pieces to me to paint. Now, if they're flat pieces with nothing on there, that's the good alternative to use molds and make it ornate, right? That's when that is fun to do. Speaking of molds, I want to show y'all our project we did earlier. All right, so that's the top of it. I'm just gonna finish painting this up and doing this exact same thing, and I'll be finished, okay? Once I paint it all, clear wax it, white wax it, I'm done. You're done once you wax it, okay? That's it. All right, so I'm gonna try to move this off. It's heavy. Ugh. Okay. Gosh, I love that black. I do love it. Love it. Okay, let's quit staring at it. All right, let me show you our project we did. I gotta wipe my hands real quick. Let me know if you have any questions on that. Any more questions? I did that on purpose. Maybe. I do like to just demonstrate stuff like that. So, you know, you're not going to mess it up. I'm just saying, if it was a piece of furniture, something I was going to sell, I would not just repaint the whole thing if the whole thing is waxed. Unless, like Jessie said, it's been sitting a while, it's kind of dried out. Because, you know, when you wax things, it needs to be waxed every few years. So, if you got something that hadn't been, just paint it. It's ready to go. All right, I got all this off my hands. Ooh, I thought I had my apron on. I was about to wipe my hands on my shirt. Okay. Make sure. I don't think I have missed anything. Hey, Linda. How's it going? Is it pretty in Georgia today? I know it is. Y'all's weather's always like mine. Okay, so before I go, I'm going to show you what we did today, y'all. All right. So this was our project. Let me just lay it down, I guess. I keep thinking I'm on the same. So Betty, we finished our project. And Glenda, this is what we did today. And so this is, I did put a nail in here, just temporary, just to hold my candle holder. And this is gonna, we made a sconce out of a wood panel. So I love it. I love it. All right. So, and there's more where that came from if you're wanting to join the membership. All right. That's just where we go a little deeper in our creating. It takes a little bit longer, our projects, but that's okay. As long as y'all can hang with me with that. I'm slow. But you can't rush beauty, right? You can't rush it. The sitting Dollar Tree crafting, right, Betty? Oh, Betty, that was funny. I saw that post you made, and then all of a sudden on my page, I had my Dollar Tree pumpkins pop up. I was like, that's funny. Uh-oh. No, don't stop. Oh, good. I didn't put on Do Not Disturb, but that didn't cut me off, I don't guess, did it? No? Okay. Thank you, Tony. Thanks, Linda. All right. Good, Glenda. All right, y'all have a great weekend. What is it? Oh, Betty. Okay. All right, I'll get it for you. I would have sent it with your other package, but it's already gone. Alrighty, y'all have a great weekend. I hope your team wins if you're a football fan. If not, well, then I hope you have just a great weekend. I hope you have wonderful weather. I hope in Canada it gets a little warm.